How you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. I want to talk about this new economy. Everything has changed for me. From just being a Uber driver to now being an online marketer gives you an idea of how much this economy has changed. It's changed in a lot of ways. Excuse me. And what I've seen so far is you have to start creating some type of online business, whether or not you have a job or not. In my opinion, you need to come up with a website or even an Amazon store or a Shopify business or something, because we are in a new age where a job is not nowhere near guaranteed anymore because of what's going on with obviously the virus and people getting laid off. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of jobs available, but they're putting you at risk. So there are a lot of jobs available, but they're jobs that pay little income and they put you at a lot of high risk. My last official job was a group home, for example. It put me at a lot of risk. I think it was paying me about $14 an hour, which is ridiculous for the risk and the amount of work you had to put in. I can't say it was hard work. It was just, you were dealing with individuals that can not only get you sick, but you were dealing with individuals that were, a lot of them were older. You had to do a lot of cleaning up on them. You had to prep their meals. It was just a lot for $14 an hour when I could sell an online course and make not only more money than what they were paying me, but it's safer. I'm at home. You know, I can sit in my pajamas and just do video and promote my online courses that don't put me at risk. And not only not put me at risk, but it pays me more money. So this is what I'm like trying to school you guys on. I don't want to come off like I have all the answers, but what I do have is a holding company course. I have my first holding company in Navy Federal. I talk about it time and time again that I haven't built up any corporate credit on it, but it is a business. It's a real business. I'm creating commerce. I'm creating my own economy. And then with Zetegrity, they're putting also together a C corporation in Wyoming that could possibly make me even more money in terms of corporate credit. We could be talking about $1 million holding company with that one. That alone could get me all I need as far as building up my economy to possibly a six-figure business. You know, just having the ability to have $1.5 to $2 million in access to corporate credit, regardless of what form it comes in. It's going to be many different forms. Some credit card lines, some other lines, spendable cash lines. But the fact is, if you put this in the right place, like real estate, possibly a Turo business, hire car, cryptocurrency, that alone could make me a six-figure business. This is the new economy. This is why crypto is exploding right now. Nobody wants to really go work a regular 9-to-5 job, including myself. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I will not go back to work for a 9-to-5 job even after this government funding stops. And that's another thing. Just being having the ability to start businesses and be able to take part in getting SBA funding Because let's be clear, the SBA is never going to stop giving out funding. They are going to stop giving out funding pertaining to coronavirus, but if you have a good, rock solid business and you're paying the SBA back their money like you should, you can easily go back to them and borrow millions of dollars later for a new corporation that you may have started. So let's be clear, this SBA funding is never going to end. You're going to always be able to qualify if you have good credit and you have an actual tangible business, whether it be online or offline. You will be able to get more SBA funding for probably forever, as long as you're paying them their money. And I love what Z-Tegrity is doing as far as putting together a way that the regular average person could possibly have access to not only a company that you can make a holding company, but a company that you can use to generate more income. Like, don't just use this corporate credit and just spend up the corporate credit and don't come up with ways to create more income. It's very easy. You could literally just take this corporate credit that Z-Tegrity is helping you get and just buy real estate, and have a way to fund your lifestyle forever. This is what we're trying to teach on this channel, and I really humbly don't want to come off like I have all the answers, because I don't. I'm going at this day by day, just like you guys are, but I'm ahead of a lot of you in the fact that I know about corporations, I know about SBA funding, and to be honest with you, my SBA funding is actually funding my holding company right now. My holding company course and SBA funding is what's keeping me afloat during this pandemic. And I honestly will never go back to work for anyone else for the rest of my life. At this point in my life, there's no way I will go back to a regular 9-to-5 job, knowing what I know now. There's no possible way I would go back to that. And it's not because necessarily being lazy. I mean, it's just the fact you have knowledge where you can make twice what you made at a regular job sitting at home. These people drive crazy out here. But this is what I'm trying to do. This is what I'm trying to teach you guys, that the average person now needs to have a corporation or LLC. Hopefully you're taking advantage of this SBA funding like I am right now, because it's really dramatically increased my income as far as taking care of bills and stuff to that manner, like that I'm able to, I'm not going to say go out and spend, I'm not able to go out and just go run out and buy extra clothing and stuff like that, but I could if I really wanted to, but I choose to use the money to bring in more income, leverage that to start new corporations and start building a way that I could constantly build up my economy. And there are guidelines to this SBA funding, so you got to be careful of how you spend it. Like, I'm seeing some people getting in the millions of dollars worth of PPP loans and EIDL loans and spending it on $1 million mansions. And the reason why they're going to jail is because that's not what you're supposed to do with the money, guys. You're not supposed to do that stuff with this money. You're supposed to take this money and actually put it back into your existing company, which in my case is a sole proprietorship, but put this money back in your company and increase your economy. You're allowed to do that if you do it properly. But these people are running out and getting this SBA funding and saying they need it for their company. And what they're doing is some people just straight out making false documents. But I'm talking about the legitimate business people are still spending it improperly, in the sense that they're not spending it on their business. If you actually are putting this back into your business, you're not going to get in trouble with the SBA, you know, especially if you're a sole proprietor. If you're a sole proprietor, you're allowed to pay yourself, but they don't want to see you running out buying all types of, like, you know, exotic cars and, you know, spending $1,000 a night at strip clubs. That's not what this money's for. But it is to help you improve your economy while you're going through this pandemic. That's what it's for. That's what the money's for. I just chose to take it a step further and create new companies. And mind you, I'm using my EIDL grant so that I don't get in trouble. I'm not using my EIDL loan for this stuff. I use my EIDL grant, which I'm entitled to spend how I want, to put in my holding company and create more economy for myself, a better economy for myself. So this message, basically what I'm trying to get at is, you gotta have some type of side hustle that you could turn into a real business. A real business. Not just, you know, taking this money, going out and buying a bunch of stuff and taking your girl out to eat every night. That's, in my opinion, is not what this money's for pertaining to SBA funding. You know? But start a business. Start some type, sell anything. You should be able to go out and sell something that you could say, okay, I have a business. It could be as simple as going and you could go to Craigslist and literally go in the free section and go round up all this free stuff and resell it. And now you have a business. It could be just that simple. You know, now you have a real business backing your C Corp that Z-Tegrity and Troy's team put together. Now you have a real business, because it's not just about getting funded. Now you have a real business that you could show the IRS, okay, yeah, he's really doing sales, he's making money. That's what this government wants you to do. They want you to start businesses, create more jobs. They want you to actually start hiring people, which I'm eventually going to do. I can't afford to do that as of now, but my goal is to hire at least 2 people once I get this funding from this Black Table program. If you don't know what the Black Table program, I have links below this video. Check them out. And that's my goal, is to hire at least 2 people when I get this funding and expand my companies, maybe add a few operating companies, because this is going to be a holding company. I have videos on that, how you can turn this into a holding company. Very simple. It's basically already a holding company. All you gotta do is create baby companies, and now you have a holding company. And because they're putting it in Wyoming, it gives you some anonymity. So this is what we're trying to do here on this channel. If you want to hear more about holding companies, corporate credit, operating companies, we're going to be talking about personal credit repair. I don't do personal credit repair, but we are going to talk about it, because personal credit is going to play its part in this whole scenario, but it's not needed with the Z-Tegrity program, because they're building you a corporation where you don't need any personal credit. But I still say you're going to need it. You're going to need personal credit for everything in life. They're going to want to at least take a look at your score in the future, so you want to get that taken care of. But you should have enough in funds where you just literally go pay a company to take care of that for you. That's what we're going to be talking about on this channel. So I really want to thank everybody who's supported me so far through this journey. I'm not going to lie, it's been a struggle. You know, especially the days where I had to drive every day for Uber and Lyft just to pay my rent, when I was renting a room, like literally I had to like stay out until I made that extra $100 just to be able to afford my rent. I could not even go home until that was actually done. So it hasn't been easy. So I just want to thank you guys for your time and support, and I will definitely catch you guys in the next one. Check the links below. I'll catch you next time.